I know what it is. You scared. You scared. That's what it is. You are afraid. And if you are scared, the first step of getting over it is saying you are scared. How the fuck I just jump into the video like that? You scared. You scared of what people think of you. That's why you won't do what you need to do. You scared to ask for help. Right? I know. And I'm talking to me. You scared to ask for help because you got too much pride and fucking ego. It gets in the way. You think you can do everything by yourself. You scared. You scared to question things. I said I was going to talk about God on here one day. But I'll say it as simple as this. You even scared to question, and I'm not Christian, but your Christianity or your religion because of the vision of hell or the visual of hell that they put in your mind. You scared to question anything. The government tell you this is okay, so you are okay to do it. You are afraid to be a rebel and go against that you feel and you sense is not right. You scared. You scared to live out your dreams because of all of these constructs you got in your brain from other people. You are afraid. You know what I like about how we were when we were children? Children didn't have any fear. You tell children not to touch a fucking stove, they will still touch the stove. Not because you didn't tell them it was hot, because they want to see if it's hot. You tell them not to jump off of a swing, not because you didn't tell them they would hurt themselves. They just wanted to see if they can do it. Where's that bravery now? All of us as adults are afraid, even in life. The reason why I feel like everybody is a paycheck to paycheck type of person is because I feel like we are all waiting for the other shoe to drop. So when we do get extra funds, we rather spend it on fast food and other things like that, because if we invested in ourselves or whatever we feel that can push us ahead, we afraid we don't have that time and resource to do that. We afraid it's not going to work out. So if we keep playing it safe until the day we die, and we keep being afraid, when we die, we are literally going to die cowards. Didn't do anything. Afraid to do everything. Do you know why I do the things I do far as adventure? Is because I know people are going to say, fuck no, I'm not doing that. So what I do, I'm the person that goes swim in Iceland's ice cold water, like the glacier water. I'm the one that will go swim in shark infested waters. I've done it. I'm the one that will go to another country and I don't know the language. I am trying to conquer this fear of just being afraid. But you scared. You want to sit at home in your comfort zone where you are most comfortable. And we are back on this thing again where we are talking about being uncomfortable. And I feel like being afraid and being comfortable correlates very well. When you are afraid, you will remain comfortable. And when you are comfortable, you will not break those barriers or push past a point in life that you feel is life changing. So I am doing everything in my power to push past that point that is life changing. I am trying to be uncomfortable. I start a business because I feel like even if I may not have all the resources I need, I will try to figure it out. I am trying to be as uncomfortable as I can to deal with all the fears to get to the other side. What they say, everything you want is on the other side of your fear. But you just so scared and you won't change. You won't change. If you want to keep living this 9-to-5 lifestyle that you feel like you don't have any time for, by all means. You want to keep living this paycheck to paycheck lifestyle that you don't have enough funds to do anything else, by all means. You want to keep answering to somebody else that you genuinely don't like, or working around people that you don't like, or maybe not even don't like, you don't like working with, by all means. If that makes you comfortable because you are afraid, in the beginning of every change, there's going to be some type of awkwardness and there's going to be some type of uncomfortableness. But you're scared. When I got past the point of not being afraid to die, that surpassed every fear that I can possibly imagine. And I think that's the ultimate one that a lot of people can't see past. And it's because if you can't get past that thing of we are all going to die one day, you can never focus on actually living right now. But one thing I will tell you is time is ticking. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. One thing I want to say is my grandmother lived in Brooklyn, New York. And over 68 years lived in Brooklyn, New York, and never been to Statue of Liberty, never been to top of the Rock, the top of the Empire State Building, things like that. And this is no knock on my grandmother because I love her to death and rest in peace. But it's a reference to some people's lives. And it was a different time when she was growing up and when she was living, as opposed to now where we have a lot of opportunities and people live in a certain city or people have a certain dream and they don't even want to do the basic necessity of studying what it is that you need to do. Or if you want to travel somewhere, or if you want to go do something, you don't even know where to start or how to even research it because you don't want to, because you're so comfortable. So you can be so confined that being in that comfort zone turns to being afraid as soon as it's time to step out of the comfort zone. So I will say this one last time. If you want to be afraid, if you want to be scared, by all means. Because as the saying goes, fear is your only God. Once you get over fear, you are almost unstoppable. And I'm not saying I'm unstoppable because there's things I still fear, like natural fear, like Mother Nature. But there's certain fears that I feel like you can definitely overcome just by doing the work. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And yeah.